So let's say you've been dating for a while and you're so excited. You had your wedding planned for 2020, but you had to push it forward because of COVID. And now all of a sudden things are, looking good. Things are looking good. There's light at the end of the tunnel. You're telling your friends, you're like, oh my God, guys, the day is finally nigh. I'm getting married. I'm so excited. Oh my God, I'm so excited. But now when you're at home by yourself, lying on your bed, there are thoughts of worry and concern, and you're just like, am I going to be a statistic? Supposing it doesn't work out, oh my God, what if we end up like, our foxes or our foxes' friends, or my Aunt Jane who was married for a long time and then they broke up? And so you have these fears. You know, you would be given to fear. It's life. Or you've never dated in a while like me and you're thinking, oh, I'm sort of concerned, supposing I get married and then it doesn't work out. Oh my goodness. And then we have to start getting custody of the kids. Oh my goodness. And then separating things. And it's so crazy. What am I going to do? They say success loves preparation and nothing at all thrives on neglect. And I went through the turbo to read around causes of divorce globally. And I want to share those with you. If you're planning to get married, maybe not soon, but maybe in the future, I think it's important. Why? Because success loves preparation. All right. Good evening. If you're new here, my name is Eric and this is Eric Stories. I read something very interesting. I want to start with that. A study by the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization found the following, that the percentage of Kenyan men, just to bring it home, who have never been married at the age of 45 to 49 has increased from 4.5% in 1979 all the way up to 7.5% today. So more and more and more men are growing older without finding the need to get married. All right. So common causes of divorce globally. And I think the first cause of divorce would paint some light about why men are taking longer to get married, and even women as well, all right? So lethargic view of marriage leading to late marriages in many cases and also causing annulment in marriages. So most people are listless. They are so lethargic. They don't want to put in the best foot forward. They are non-participatory. They are just nah. They don't believe in marriage. They don't believe they need to exert themselves. So that lethargicness causes a lot of marriages to end up in divorce courts. So then if you're going to get married, then the darn thing ought to be very participatory, very present, very involved, learning your partner, him or her learning you, doing things outside of the norm, how you saw your father and mother do them, really studying each other and putting in the work. Because if you put in the work, then you're more likely to be successful. So that has been given as the first reason for a lot of divorce cases. What do you think? You've ever dated somebody and then you really want to make things work, but they're so withdrawn. And it's just like, is this relationship important to you, Joachim? Do you even care? I care. I'm here. You are here. That's why I'm annoyed, because you're just here like a potato. You're just here. A potato would do a better job being here than you. Can you be here properly? So don't be lethargic. It would cause you to end up to the divorce courts. Money is the second given reason, but really at the top tier. Mismanagement of funds, financial abuse, secrecy with funds, and disclosed loans. I read a story, very interesting story, but sad. So this guy put up their house for a mortgage, not a mortgage, for some sort of a loan, some dubious loan. It was a dodgy loan because he was doing some dodgy business. And there are this property in a prime area in Nairobi, very nice house. And one time the wife is just hanging out with the kids and the bell rings. She goes to the door and it's auctioneers, giving them a notice of evacuation. And she's startled. So she was sure it's the wrong house. She's like, no, we finished paying for our house a long time ago. You guys are so fun. You can't see it's number 5. As we've paid, we are fine. It's like, no, it's this house. So then she excuses herself and calls her husband, who says, I'll come in the evening. We need to talk about something. Then he comes and says, I thought this was a sure bet. I knew we were going to make the money back. I didn't tell you, but I put our home up for some dubious business. and now they lost the house. I think it was it what, like 60 million? Imagine, gone like that. So secrecy and discussed loans cause separation, which lead to divorce. So then the remedy would be that you are open and honest about your expenditures. She's your wife. Tell her, so I'm thinking to venture into business with these guys. And women being very intuitive, she can even, see the things you cannot see, and then she'll save you from losing money. All right? Career pressures and money were also a big cause. Unemployment is a big cause because you can't provide for the family. So, it's strenuous for one party. Marrying somebody new after you've leveled up, you make some money and you're like, yay, I need somebody who has a bouncy behind. Yeah, so you've increased your appetite for, maybe sex or sleeping around. That would cause you to go to the divorce court. Infidelity, for obvious reasons, that people would leave feeling alone, betrayed, confused, and it violates couples' exclusivity and causes anger, sexual jealousy, and rivalry. If you are given to infidelity, you have a mpango, wakando, and another mpango, the chances are a big chunk that you might end up in the divorce courts. All right? So you want to watch that. Constant argument is another reason, never quite reaching a middle ground. You argue about everything and anything. Where the kids should go to school, what should be put in the food, who should cook, where you should live. You are consistently arguing. All right? I dated somebody once, we were like that. Oh my God, the day we would not be arguing, I'd be like, what's happening? Is somebody all right? It was always argument. I think we lasted 8 months. Jesus. So some people are married to people like that, Consistently arguing. They want to fight. If they see you, they'll nitpick and then fight you. So if you're consistently arguing, maybe you want to pause the marriage and then work out, maybe through therapy, whatever it is that's ailing the both of you, so you don't take it into the marriage. One of the things I'm learning is that marriage just accentuates who you are, at least from my close relations and people I observe closely. So that if you are given to arguing, you just argue so much more. If you are parsimonious with money, you're just going to be more mean with money, So you want to be very careful not to ensconce yourself in such circumstances that would not sit well with you, all right? So these are some of the things to think about before you and say you do. You're doing to what exactly? Madness. Don't for now. Relax. Unrealistic expectation is another one. You think that she'll sleep with you like the porn you've been watching every night. That she'll spit on you and then you feel like your soul is leaving your body. That doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. You just watch that on porn. It's not going to happen. Imagine, Gabriel. No, it's not going to happen. Or you want to be given money. One lady once was telling me that she saw her father every morning put 4,000 bob on the table before leaving for work. And that's what she expected. She was telling me, I hope she's found somebody who even gives her twice as much. But unrealistic expectations, if that's discussed openly and she tells the guy she's dating, hopefully, that, oh, by the way, because my dad used to leave 4,000 every morning just for activities my mom can use around the house, I'm looking forward to 6 or 8 from you. I hope that's okay, babe. If the guy is game, then bingo. If not, it can cause a problem. All right? Lack of equality. This is in social disparity and economical disparity. Watch for that. If it doesn't sit well with you, that she or he is coming from a different place which you are feeling some type of way about. Watch. Addiction is another one. All right? Substance abuse, alcoholism, food addiction. You have a monstrous appetite. You have to wake up at 3 a.m. to eat a sandwich. You can't sleep throughout the night. You have to eat. You eat all the time. Imagine, that can cause divorce. Because now, if especially you want her to be cooking for you, she's going to get tired. All right? Gambling and addiction was recorded as a very serious problem. Cell phone, yes. You come home, you're on your phone all the time. You don't want to say hi to your kids. It's like, see, they've seen me. You're chatting. Yeah? You're chatting with Maria from the office. Your wife might leave. So you want to put the phone away. Sex addiction again, you have to always excuse yourself to go to the bedroom to masturbate. All right? Yeah, it's true. You do that. You're like, wageni, welcome. As mama is serving tea, let me just make a few phone calls here. You're going to help yourself with your own hand. That's going to cause a problem. Or maybe you have an addiction with gaming. Watch those. They lead to divorce. A difference in parenting style was a big one. Maybe you are permissive, all right? Showing plenty of love and affection to your children, and your significant other is authoritarian, all right? Or authoritative. That is going to be a problem. What is your parental style? Do they match with his and hers? Maybe you feel that I dated this woman and she used to tell me, Eric, you're not going to lay your hands on our kids. That is, if we would have ended up going to get married. We didn't. And we would talk about such things openly. So how would we discipline children if we get children? I said, no, we talk to them and be like, no, a little spanking doesn't hurt. So you want to have a conversation around that. Your styles of parenting. Your styles of parenting. Are you guys in tandem about ways you will discipline the children? Are you? All right. Interference by your in-laws in your marriage. Your mom in love keeps snooping and asking very intrusive questions. That's going to be a problem. Yeah. There are cultural differences with in-laws. Does his mom come over and just want to stay forever in your house, and you come from a place you don't stay here for that long? No. Is that going to be a problem for you? Talk about it, because that can lead you to the divorce court. And then finally, being unprepared for marriage. Just being unprepared. Just hoping that every weekend you'll be going out and you'll be laughing like you've been laughing when you see each other once a week. Because newsflash, you're going to be seeing each other daily. What do you think I left out? Good evening. Have a lovely night.